Hey, what's up? Big questions, I'm sure, from this past week's game. One of the big ones is Jordan Love. How did Jordan Love look with his limited time? He had 9 passing dropbacks on the day. Looked pretty good overall. On at first blush, he got the ball out quickly, was decisive, all that stuff. I want to take a look at what he was running at the 9 plays that he did. I just thought we would take a look at that together. So join me, I guess, since you're here, might as well. So what we're gonna do. We're just going to start at the top, man. We've got up here, all these are going to be the fourth quarter. So 10:30 here. Some of these will kind of breeze through because I've covered these other places. And some of them we won't. We'll spend a little more time on. This throw is going to go. Actually, it's going to go on a swing there. So we'll watch this play first, and then we'll kind of talk about it. So we'll try to touch on it as it's kind of going. Then shotgun, drop back, hits, looking at throw outside, end up coming back, hitting that swing from Dylan. All right. So what are we seeing? Dylan kind of does that spin kick there at the end there, which is kind of fun. So what they're running, and this is going to be a theme. They did not run a whole lot of different stuff here for Jordan Love, and I think there's different reasons for that. But we'll talk about that as we get into it. They're going to run this vertical kind of clear out here, this quick out kind of stick look over here, or whatever you want to call it. The goal is to hit that 1, 2, 3, hit the top foot of that drop, throw over there. That's what they're doing. And then over here, you're running, I think, kind of like a divide look, if I'm not mistaken, with a little swing underneath. I might be wrong. No, that's right. They're going to be running a dual stick knot over here. So you're going to have this, like these out and ups, and then a swing underneath. This will check that underneath. So the idea is hit this on the third step, and that's it. And you're clearing the boundary there. That's going to be that guy there. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one because I did cover this in another video, but he's ready to fire. Third step. This guy here is looking to trap, so he's looking to fall back. Safety is going to cover that vertical right over the top, and Lazard's going to get plastered. So this is really good recognition for Jordan Love. Hits that back foot. I'm taking the quick thing. This is his first throw of the game. They handed off on first down. So this is his second down, first throw of the game, first dropback. It would have been really easy for him to go, and we'll see. He gets this ball quickly. Really easy for him to say, getting rid of this ball. 3 steps. They told me 3 steps and out. 3 steps and out. This is, I think tremendous recognition from him. He hits that third step. He's ready to throw, man. He's set. He's ready to throw. It's not there. And so he's like, all right, well, so I know what else I have. So I'm just going to turn. I'm going to look over here. I'm going to hit my check down. But good recognition to see that trap defender that's getting ready to break on that. Move somewhere else. Move over. He kind of takes a look over, takes a peek over. This is all covered up. I don't know that he's really looking at that too much, but that's all covered up. I'm just going to hit my check down. Hits his check down. Picks up 5 yards on second 10. So nicely done. Really great recognition. And that's going to come back to play here in a second. So we're going to have here, we'll watch this from the end zone angle. Bang, ready to throw. He's got that shoulder drop, man. He's ready to fire. His legs are loaded. Nice throwing lane, but he sees a trap defender. Move on, hit the check down. He does take a peek downfield. You can kind of see him there. He takes a peek downfield. Doesn't like it. Hit the check down. Really great rep, especially, again, you're coming in. You're down in the game. You want to make something happen. This is your first throw. You want to rip that 3-step drop. The recognition on that, I think, is just tremendous from Love. I really, really like that one a lot. So this is going to be the next play. So this is 3rd and 5. It's going to gain 7. So they're going to get a first down. About 9:44 left in the game at this point. And we're just going to have this, and this is a 3rd and 5. It's going to go to Lazard. So what they're going to do, kind of the same. I mean, they're going to be running. This is going to be a 2-man stick, no vertical on the outside. If you got an out there, you're going to have kind of he's got an option here. He just kind of sit at the sticks, and then you're going to kind of pair it with this corner, kind of this smash look over the top. So that's what we're going to have. You can call that double China, typically ends. But you've got a little stick concept with a smash or with a corner out over the top there. And he's just going to take this. Now, this is one where you could read this out a little bit more, and you probably could have that corner route. We're not going to nitpick here. Hit the top of that drop. For corner route, you're high-lowing. So he's hit the top of that drop. You read on the way back. Now, this is a 3-step drop, and so he's taking that. That's probably what they told him. If the 3-step is there, do it. If you like we're seeing on a 3-step. If not, move 5. So what you'd be doing on a corner route is you're reading that guy, because you want to throw this corner out, this big corner out here. Against single high, you're running away from him. So this guy here, if he doesn't drop underneath it, you've got a nice alley to throw to him. Again, this is 3-step. And so I'm guessing what they told him here was, if it's 3-step and this guy's backpedaling or that guy's standing still, take the first down. Don't be hero, take the first down. If it's not there, you kind of then you take a beat. You read the next one. So then you read inside because you're trying to get the first down. If not, then you move to that corner out there. So they said, all right, 3-step. Let's see. We'll watch him. 1, 2, 3, 3-step, load. If it's there, which it is, take the throw, get the first down. Nothing special there. They're not asking him to do too much, but he does what he's supposed to do. Hits the top of that 3rd step, gets the ball out quickly. Live to fight another day. Pick up 7 yards on 3rd and 5. That's a win. Take that. Even if potentially that corner route's there, that's another problem for another day. Sometimes you take what's there. Sometimes you take that shot. For this one, they told him 3 steps. Make it easy for you. 3 steps. If it's there, you take it. Here's the big one here. So this is they get the first down. That's awesome. We'll see what happens after there. What happens if there's a 63-yard gain? So I did talk about this one in another video as well, so we won't spend a whole lot of time here. This is going to be Christian Watson on that dig route, just turning the corner. And this is another great route. This is another one that, as far as like what they're asking him to do, it's not much, but he does have to sell this, and he does a good job selling it. So this is a strike concept where this is a vertical route here, and you pair that with a dig route from the other side. You use play action to the vertical side to draw these guys up, and you want to open up that dig route right there. Watson runs a really nice route. Lazard does a really good job, and then it's off to the races. So what this is supposed to look like, you kind of fake it. Yellow, so I don't know why it's going to bother me. You fake it doing that way because you're trying to sell like this kind of wide zone look that way where everyone's blocking down. You fake it, and then where this would turn into a play action bootleg, instead of turning into a full bootleg, it's going to turn into not even a half boot, just a real quick turn because you want to catch them. You want to say, this is wide zone. It looks like you're starting to boot. You're kind of playing with them a little bit, and then you do that quick turn, and as soon as you hit the top of that drop, bang. It's also called the play action bang dig because bang, you hit off that play action, and he sells this really well. Watch the spin of Jordan Love. Watch him kind of hit that, bang, bang. That quick turn gets his feet underneath him. You're trying to hit that right there. Be that window behind, you're really hitting there because that linebacker's underneath. You're hitting Watson. Spin around, fires the ball in. Just an absolute rocket throw. This guy has to take a flat route kind of underneath Lazard. Lazard kind of ends up bending this sucker back in. So he bends his back in. That causes him to bend underneath, gets him flat, and allows Watson to get the corner there. So not going to spend a lot of time on that one, but again, really good. This is a core concept within the Packer system under LaFleur. We've seen Rodgers run this a bunch. We've seen some struggles with it this year just based on the way teams are playing play action, so it's not always there. And again, this is one for, let's say a rookie. He's not a rookie. For a young QB trying to make his way in, this is another one that makes it, this makes it a simple read, man. You've got one read on this. That vertical route, that's not an option. You've got, I think, a chip release, check down or something if you want it. For the most part, this is, you hit the top of that drop and you hit the dig route. And if it's not there, well, then you have to make something happen. This makes it really easy for Jordan Love. He does a really good job with it. Again, like he sells the play fake enough. Really nice turn. Gets that base. You can see that back leg. Like he's loaded. He's got his feet underneath him. He's ready to go. He's looking. He's got to hit that window. And he just fires that sucker in. Like he gets that out on time. Beautiful throw. Right on the money in a place where Watson can catch it and then turn upfield. So this is a good rep. Again, they're not asking him to do too much. He does what he's good at, does these core concepts that I'm sure he's repped, and he pulled it off really well. So this is going to be another one here. This is going to be kind of another concept, kind of a curl dig with a divide under on the other side, or buffalo. I don't know what you call it. But so what they're going to do, and this is they're going to try to attack the middle. It's going to go to Watson in the middle there. Stop it. Should not be doing this. This is going to come up again. You're going to have from this side a curl, and you just run a dig over the top of it. And you're just reading this, and you're seeing, all right, you're trying to get the defense in conflict, not necessarily a high-low, but same general idea. You're pinning a guy down. You're trying to hold a guy down, then run behind him. You're creating these windows. And then over here, I think it's over here, you're going to have like this little divide concept. I think that's it. I should have been paying attention to what that was doing. I think it's actually going to be like that, a little slant underneath. They like to run those a lot as well. So you get these kind of they run the same one. So what, and we'll see this again later. You can hit those vertical ones if you like them, but usually this ends up being clearing the room out for the slant underneath. But curl, you kind of make that simple. You're putting a man in conflict. You read that out, bang, 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 hits the top. This guy's pinned down. These guys are back. That means I have this window open. Again, making it real easy. Pin that guy down, run over the top of him. Is this guy here? Yes, he is. That means he can't get over here. I don't have anyone else. Hit the top of that drop, fire that sucker in. Really nicely done. Again, not asking him to do too much, making the read simple, keeping it easy, keeping it with stuff that he knows is likely repped quite a bit, and give him these nice throws over the middle. Kind of he glances. You can see him glance over that divide concept. He's kind of looking, reading that on the way over. So he's seeing, all right, what's the coverage of that side? Do I like it? That's the deep shot side. If something's there, I'm going to take that. It's not. So then you can see him transitioning his feet here. So he was looking over that way. He's changing it. He's checking the middle. And then so by the time he gets to the top of that, I think it's going to be fifth step. He's ready to throw. You got a pin down here. Not what I want. And then he's going to throw that window there. Again, making it easy. He reads that first thing, which is good. Read that initial progression. Read the deep stuff. Not there. By the time you get to your next progression, be there by the time you get to the top of that drop. Hit that back foot. Be ready to throw. Hits that back foot. He's ready to throw. Gets it out on time to Watson in the middle. Nicely done. This is going to be another stick look here, which, I mean, it's a pretty simple, get the ball out quickly stuff. And this one's another nice read. So this one goes deep to Aaron Jones. And this plays off of the last one. Again, I kind of talked about this in another video as well. You've got a too high look here. They're going to be running the same look they had before. That boundary. You're putting this guy in conflict here. You're trying to move him out and then just hit that quick hitter there, especially with these guys stuck inside. You've got a good angle on them. But they know this is the second drive. So they've already looked at the Microsoft Surface tablet or whatever from the first drive. They saw that guy there, and they saw what he was doing, and they saw what their chances. So this guy here is kind of doing a slow play shuffle a little bit, like he's kind of trying to play both, spreads his feet apart. He's looking to kind of trap this, but also fall back with this. Jordan Love does not get fancy here. He doesn't try to pump fake. He doesn't try to pump to move that guy, because if you pump to move that guy and trying to get him down, that brings that guy over, and then that whole shot's nearly impossible. So what we're going to see him do is vertical there. He's going to hit that drop. He's looking at this guy. He's still going to be kind of playing both worlds. No pump, no nothing. Throw that sucker back shoulder to the outside, just on a line, away from that closing safety from the inside. Bang, bang, bang. Hit the top of that drop. Perfect. They're almost safe from the other angle, because he's here. So that's the guy there. You could not get back in time because he's kind of, again, playing both worlds. Safety's there. If you throw this up over the top, Aaron Jones is killed, or, hit very hard, likely. So you throw back shoulder. You protect him from the safety while still giving him a chance to secure that ball. Hits Jones in the hands. He's not equipped with it. So that's a drop. That stinks. That's a great read, great recognition. Again, this is probably, I already guess, is coaches looking at the sideline, looking at that guy. All right, if this comes up again, we're going to run this again. If you see him doing that side shuffle, fire this sucker to Jones. He does. It's good recognition. It's a great throw. Loads. I mean, right on the money. Again, over to set ourselves over that guy. Back shoulder away from the safety, protecting himself. Beautiful throw on a line, out when it needs to be. Go look at his drop real quick, because he just bang, bang, bang. He's set by the time he gets to the top of that step. He's throwing, man. Nice and easy on a line. It's beautiful. It's too bad Jones couldn't hang on to that. All right, 2nd and 10. This is going to go, I think, to the left. Look at this. It goes to the middle. Close enough. All right, so this is going to be the same thing we saw before. This is going to be this little curl, pin down that guy there, run over the top, hit the middle. So again, you're putting this man in conflict. You're reading him, you're keying on him, you're seeing what he does. I'm running a curl at him. If he stays on this, I've got a window in the middle, and I'm just going to throw it there. Throw this little dig. That's all we're going to do. And I think on the other side here, they're going to be running, I think, a little one-man stick look over there, if I'm not mistaken. So that's an option as well. Oh, well, it's inside, so he's kind of reading there. So he kind of stops and turns. We still have the boundary there. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, so we're reading this guy right there. Bang, bang. Hits the top of his drop right there. He's up, which means I have a little window there. I'm just going to throw it to that window. A little behind. Let's see. I don't know where that's. Bang, bang, bang. That's out. I don't know if he's got. I think that's a little off probably, because you could throw that. Nitpicking. I'm here at my desk. You throw that out there because he's not closing. You're not protecting him from anything at this point because that guy's not going to close and hit him. You could throw that here. So I think it's probably just a slight misfire. He throws that just a little behind. Timing's not quite there, but Lazard's able to reach back, make the catch, pick up 17 yards. So we'll watch it from this angle. Watch that footwork. Bang, bang, bang. Hits that back step. Bang, bang, bang. Load, throw. A little behind, but again, good enough to make a catch. Maybe not his finest moment there, but still not bad. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, minute 46 left in the fourth. So we're coming down to it now. We run a little all go look on the left side with like a switch vertical, and Jones in the flat, and then he's going to have to scramble a little bit. Then he's going to try to hit Watson late. Does not work. So we are looking at, again, this little switch vertical over here. We're going to run the switch vert with Cobb and Watson, sorry. A little swing underneath. And then you're going to have over here, I think this levels thing where they're both going to be running digs at different levels. And it's not going to be there. I think he's going to be looking vertical. Look at this from the backside angle. And then he ends up throwing to Watson late. Again, can't quite complete it on the run. Form looks cool on the run. He just can't quite get it there. And I think Watson, I don't know if he slows down. I guess we'll see it here. He's reading the vertical side. You can see him. His feet are set that way. Good footwork. I mean, that was kind of the knock on him for a while. You've got Cobb pushing up here, but that's carried. You've got him coming inside. That's carried, and that's cap with the safety. So that thing's gone. You could potentially go down to the check down here. You've got a minute 46 left. It's 1st and 10. If you throw the check down, you're getting, 5 yards? And unless he makes a beeline, you're not stopping the clock because that guy's there hitting it. And so I think he then tries to move somewhere else. But that's the initial read that's done. So he moves off of it. He then goes to look over here, which you've got this little levels look here. And he's probably going to hit Lazard. But he sees this, and I think gets a little spooked and break contain. See him kind of run, taking off. Got Watson there. He's going to throw out here, and it's just a little off. Yeah, and Watson doesn't really slow down. That's just the ball's dirted a little bit, which it's running. You're not going to kill him anything for that. But you can see, we'll see him when he's on the drop back. He is looking to read. He's looking to hit that, and that sucker's covered up. Comes back to the levels. And we'll see that. And then he just doesn't like that. I don't know if he sees the wall in front of him. See, bomb. He's ready to throw. Top of that drop. Kind of gives it a little hitch. Not there. He turns. This is getting blown up in front of his face. So that's when he gets out. I think there's a chance of Lazard in the middle there. But again, second read coming off of that with this guy in his face. He doesn't really have a chance to make that. This might get batted down there anyway. So he bails. Seems to make the right decision by bailing. Throws back across his body. Misses Watson. So good recognition on that. As far as trying to find something deep, and just based on kind of how you don't know how they're going to spin these safeties over here, how they're going to cap it. It's too high look. You don't know what they're running there. Could maybe one of these guys get bumped off? What's the safety doing? So, he is going for what you want. With a minute 46 left, you're going not not kill a shot, but you're looking for the big play here. You need a touchdown, and so I don't mind that. He's going over there. He's looking to see what he can get. Doesn't get it. I don't know why I'm watching this again, but we'll just run it. But he's going for it. And again, just that the it's not there. I like the recognition. He moves the next thing, sees he's in trouble, and then bails. So not bad from Love there at all. So this is going to be another one. I think this is going to be another curl dig look with a divide on the other side. I don't know why I stopped it. He's going to go to the slant underneath. So same exact concept we saw 2 plays ago. He's going to look. I think they're going to run it. This little curl dig, this little curl wraparound dig here to try to attack the middle. Over here, you're going to have this divide with a slant under. And so again, how he's read this before, and we'll look at this, has been read that defender there, attack the middle if it's there, if you like that, if that guy's kind of pinned down. But you could also read on that first one that we looked at, I guess, with this divide, he did read divide first and didn't like it because it was covered up. And so he came back, he was able to come back. So that's the way he read that out initially, was read deep, go to the curl dig. It was not there. This time he just throws. I don't think he ever comes back to curl dig. And is it there? I don't know if it's there. We'll watch. No, it's not there because I've seen it too many times. He's coming down now. You're going to wrap this around with that guy sitting there. So it's not there anyway, but he's looking over there. You've got this little divide. You've got a single high safety. This guy's underneath. This guy's kind of playing underneath here. That's all kind of dead. And so he's just going to throw to Tunyon on that slant. Get what you can. Throw it up high. Tunyon's able to catch it. Try to make something have to happen afterwards. Nothing really happened afterwards. So he goes down, gets 6 yards on 2nd and 10. Again, ball out quick, decisive, read that deep thing, see if it's there. Doesn't like the look. Check it down, get what you can out of that. This is going to be his last play. Minute 18 left, 3rd and 4. Because I'm going to kick a field goal after this. I'm not going to get the ball back. It's going to be incomplete to Cobb in the middle. So we're going to have a little dagger thing there. And he's going to throw that, and I don't know if it hits Cobb in the hands. I know there's been talk of pass interference. I don't know. Frankly, I don't care that much. But what they're going to run here is going to be kind of this dagger look where you're going to run kind of this middle read. They usually do this, between the 40s, not between the 40s, between the 20s. You have a little more room. So this is a choice or an option route here from Tunyon based on the placement of these two guys. So if this is too high, this becomes a post that you run in between. Now they're going to pair this. What they usually will pair it with kind of a vertical pushing like that. Kind of this middle read dagger is how I tend to classify it. Instead, you're going to have Cobb kind of riding in his wake a little bit and then breaking off. I don't love the spacing. Spacing feels a little tight on this. That's what they're going to do. I like the concept overall. I just the spacing on this feels tight when they break. It's almost a little lazy at the top of the route there. So that's what they're working on here. And then on this side, you're going to have kind of an angle route opposite all of that from A.J. Dillon. He's going to end up throwing, again, to Cobb late on the scramble drill. We'll kind of look at the initial process of this read. So he's going to go bang, bang, bang. He's looking to hit Lazard on the other side, who's running kind of this ISO push out, come back in. So he's looking to hit Lazard there. Lazard gets a little tied up, can't quite get off that break. So by the time he comes back, everything's breaking down. You can see stuff kind of breaking down around him. He goes to escape, which he has to do at that point. You got Cobb making himself available in the middle, throws the ball. Cobb gets hit, maybe a little early, and the ball falls incomplete, sadly. So again, this is where typically you would read out. Again, there's another one where you don't want to kill anyone for this because this is something Rodgers will do a lot. Typically, you want to read that. You'd read that concept, but you also have the option to read this ISO. And so if he likes this man-to-man over here, if you've got the man-to-man, if you've got the too high, if you don't like what that gives you, you can go with that ISO. If you like, I like this one-on-one matchup. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. The problem is that on this one, Lazard's not able to get off the block there, and so he's trying to get away. It's not a clean break. His feet are all wonky. Try to cut back in. There is something there if Lazard is able to win that. So he liked that one-on-one matchup before the snap, and it looks like if that was clean, that would be good because what you have is you've got Dylan on this angle route, which is tying him up. You also have this middle read look here with two guys, which is drawing in the safety. Safety's pointed in. So if this little push out, if Lazard gets out of that clean, there's a window there. He can cut right back into there because this guy's tied down. This guy's tied in. And you do have that. So it's not bad just based on the placement. Everything ends up playing out based on the coverage, based on the route distribution, all that stuff. It just does not work out here because you're banking on the thing with one-on-ones. They can be very good. There's these ISO routes, but you need your guy to win. And right here, Lazard just simply does not win. And by the time it's clear that he doesn't win, everything's breaking down around him. So he goes to escape. Cobb reads. Cobb knows how to do that. It's a good throw by Love. I mean, across his body, jumping. It's something we've seen from Rodgers quite a bit. It's a really nice, just a bullet throw. You can see him there. He's ready, man. He's ready to throw that. Lazard just doesn't get out of there. Break. Cross his body like that whip motion with his arm. So quick. Just so quick getting that thing out. Bang, bang, bang. Whip. Not quite there. He's blanketed. Ball falls incomplete. So this has been, wow, not nearly as long as I thought it was going to be. I'm tired and I've been talking too long. So we'll close this up here. We just looked at 9 snaps from Jordan Love, for 9 passing snaps, all of his passing snaps in the Eagles game. I think what we've seen is a simplified approach that they kind of gave him, which is not shocking. Pretty much everything is shotgun. The only non-shotgun snap that we looked at was that play action strike concept that the touchdown to Christian Watson. That's the only one. Everything else was shotgun, which makes sense based on partially his background. Utah State was pure spread kind of air raid concepts. So a lot of those wide splits, a lot of that, tempo, get up, throw this stuff downfield. Like he's a lot of some quick hitting stuff, along with the deeper stuff. So these are concepts that he is familiar with and is likely repped quite a bit. Some of this going back to his college days, obviously familiar with the shotgun, but also just based on how the game had played out, based on the situation when he came in. So they had him back there, a lot of shotgun, only 9 snaps. But within those 9 snaps, it was 2 to 3, some kind of stick / quick out. You had 3 of those dig curl concept paired with the divide with the little slant underneath. So some easy reads there for him. And again, he's a backup. He's probably not repped too much. And so this was kind of a get in there. We're going to make it easy for you. This is stuff you know how to do. We're just going to, you go ahead and you do this to the best of your ability. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to throw the whole playbook at you because you're the backup and you don't rep like a starter does. I'd say all things considered, with that stripped down playbook, I think he looked very, very good and how he looked here. I don't really know about any missteps necessarily, but it looked like he was reading the stuff correctly. He's reacting when he should. I think there was that one corner out that maybe you have a big play on that you leave on the table, but I think that's probably more coaching. Again, get the ball out. Do that. But I think based on what we saw, the 9 dropbacks, the stuff we just looked at, it's hard to not be impressed with what we saw. Now, I don't know if he's the future. I don't know that we learned that today. We've seen stretches of really good play from Jordan Love in the past. We know some things just tend to rear their heads. The inaccuracy didn't really pop up today. There was the one Lazard, but even that was thrown behind him a little bit that he could still catch. We didn't see him really dirt any balls. We didn't see the overthrows in the flat because he wasn't really thrown to the flat really. But those things that have reared their ugly head in the past, we didn't see those, but it was 9 snaps. So I'm not ready to say anything like, well, this guy's the future. He is ready to be the starting quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. But I don't know any of that. Because at this point, it's 9 snaps. I don't know that I know any more about Jordan Love now than I did before. I will say it carries forward from what we saw of him in preseason. What we saw when we saw some of him last season. He's a more confident passer than he was when he came in the league. He's much cleaner footwork. I mean, the delivery seems more compact. It's a quicker delivery. He's got a live arm. We know that, and that certainly shows up. The escapability, some of his creativity on the run, that stuff shows up as well, and that was all over his college tape as well. So I think we've seen a quarterback that certainly has more polish than what he did when he came in the league and what we've seen over the past couple of years. As far as consistency, I mean, you can't tell that in 9 snaps, but watching these plays here, it's encouraging. It's good to see that from Jordan Love. I know I was excited to see him perform as he did, even if some of this was kind of going the easy route, going some quick hitters, just saying we're going to do these 3 things for you, and that's all we're going to do. So I'd be curious to see if he has to play more. How does he look with a more expanded playbook? How does it look when teams? Because we already saw. I mean, that curl dig, that by the 3rd time they did it, the Eagles were like, we're not letting you do this anymore. So when defenses start reacting and you can't run those same 3 concepts you're familiar with over and over again, how does that look? How does it look if you're a little inaccurate? How do you look over the course of a game? So I'd be curious to see that when they get there. But for these 9 snaps, were good, and that was fun, and I enjoyed watching that. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I apologize for the rant here at the end, but just wanted to give some quick takeaways on this while I'm here. But thank you all for watching us as always. I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you next time.